Tom Cruise does that all the time. Glass of milk, chocolate chip cake, cookies. He loves it all. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't.
Segue, bro.
But
good segue.
Maybe he doesn't. But Mission Impossible is coming out. And we know it's coming out right away. So it's coming out in July. It's coming out July 12th, 2023, of course, this year. And this is going to be part 1 of 2. But it's not just part 1 of 2 for just this, but for Tom Cruise's Ethan Hawke. Because apparently they're saying that this is his swan song and this is his big send-off. And after part 2, he's going to run off into the distance. And they're going to say cut, but he's just going to keep running. He's just going to keep running, and he's not going to come back to Mission Impossible. And they're going to set up a new lead character to take the franchise moving forward. And they're going to continue doing Mission Impossible with a new lead and no more Tom Cruise. Which, again, Tom Cruise made this, so I really don't even know why we would do it without Tom Cruise. Like, what's the point of doing it? It's just like, it's a whole thing. But Ethan Hunt is coming back to play, I guess it's supposed to be the most dangerous mission yet in this one, tracking down a terrifying new weapon that threatens humanity before it falls into the wrong hands. And for me, I'm excited about this movie in general. I love Tom Cruise.
Very fresh storyline there.
I don't know. I don't think they've ever done that before.
Right? Never done this before. I know. I heard that. I heard the log line, and I'm like, all right. So they just threw this together very quickly, and they called it a day. But what do we think about Tom Cruise, like moving on and then having the Mission Impossible franchise keep going? It doesn't really. I mean, he is Mission Impossible, right? Right, Sean? Isn't he? Can they keep going and doing this without Tom Cruise?
I mean, the guy's going to kill himself doing his own stunts eventually. So I think it's probably from a liability standpoint. They're like, hey, let's get some younger talent in here. Let's try and maybe refresh the franchise. There's just so many damn movies in this thing that have just come under the radar. And yeah, okay, thank you. That's a good list right there. But
you can see them all.
I can see them all. That's fantastic. But, to me, I think Tom Cruise is Mission Impossible at this point. Does it need to continue that way? Should it continue that way? Probably not. I think if they want to continue this, maybe make it episodic, maybe make it, a TV thing. But I would love to see somebody else kind of come in and kind of recapture the energy of what this was and maybe, diversify the bad guys in the mission sometimes. I don't know. I feel like they just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And we keep showing up because I want to see Tom Cruise jump off of a mountain and hang on to a plane and, whatever else he's done with a lit cigar in his mouth. I don't know.
He does all, climb a building.
There's not enough face taking off anymore, right? Like that used to be a really big. Right. They used to love that whole take the face off.
Face.
That's too bad. That's what I want.
I
want more.
They don't want to pay for those.
That's how he's going to return, though. It's going to be someone in a Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt mask, and at the end of it, Idris Elba.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Put a timestamp on that. You're calling it right now.
Calling it now. Or, they'll just eventually have the first generation of someone being Tom Cruise in these movies, where there'll be like a younger person with Tom Cruise's face on them playing Ethan Hunt, moving forward forever.
Yeah, or even do it like a period thing, right? Where they go back to the 60s or something and do espionage then, make it all Cold War focused. I'd watch the hell out of that. That'd be cool.
I feel like the Mission
Boogie says it might be time for him to shut down.
Is not that audience, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a different audience. Maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like.
Do you think the audience would be on board though, Sabrina, for that?
The Cold War days. I'm sorry, Brian. What?
Do you think that whole Mission Impossible diehard fans would be down for a new character leading the way, or do you think they won't come back to the theater? I mean, the last one made $800 million because of Tom Cruise again running. It's a lot of money. It's a huge franchise. Will it make those numbers with a new person?
I mean, there are Tom Cruise movies that are not as box office successful. Let's be fair, right? So it's not just him. It's the franchise. It's everyone else surrounding him. There's a good cast of people around him. Simon Pegg, super, I love him in these movies, and I also love his fucked up comedy shit that he does, you know what I mean? So to see him in this role and to fall in love with him doing this role is kind of, amazing. It was a lot of times when you see a comedic actor doing a serious thing, you can't take them seriously. I think he does a great job. Ving Rhames, right, is in it also. He's amazing.
So
I
good.
love him. Rebecca Ferguson does a great job, and she's only been in, I think, she started in the last one or maybe the last two, but I also enjoy her. I think they're trying to like kind of go at this with like a Bond angle, like I don't think there's going to be a new Ethan Hunt, but it'll be like kind of like, 007, 006, 008. Like it could just be a different person in that department. And maybe they keep a Simon Pegg and a Ving Rhames for the first movie. And then maybe they switch out one, you know what I mean? I feel like if they do it properly, it can be successful. And as Ty said, it might be time for Tom to shut it down. And also piggybacking off of what Sean said, the man literally for the newest Top Gun was standing on the wing of a plane while it flew for a promo. He's not shutting anything down anytime soon.
He's going to space next.
I mean, yeah, he's going to film. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The man's a lunatic and nothing's going to slow him down. I don't care what you try to do with him casting wise. And this is like, it's a two-parter, right? So it's like they did this movie. They're going to do another one with him. So it's not, I mean, this is like very far off. Like once it's time to do the movie without him, if that's what it is, it's probably going to be a solid 4 or 5 years from now. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're prematurely,
at least he's not going to go check out the, Titanic in a submersible, right? I don't think we're going
to.
Oh
my God.
Oh boy. Shots fired.
I could see him doing something like that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
Except Tom Cruise would live through that, no problem. He would like beat up the submarine and like swim all the way up and be fine.
Put on a jetpack and shoot down there in like 2 seconds, take a couple pictures and shoot back up. And they'd be like, okay, cool. That was amazing.
So you think he's just sick of it? You think he's bored, Sabrina? If it's not the money, if it's not his physical deterioration, like then what's the reasoning?
I don't know. Like, is it his decision? Like, is that what it is, or like, do
it
they
has to be? He's got to be massive executive producer for this, right?
Yeah,
like, yeah. The last one made $800 million and was the biggest one. Like, they'd keep making them if he wanted to.
Well, they are going to keep making them apparently with or without him. Maybe he's just tired of doing the same thing all the time, which really strikes me as odd because any movie that he's in is just Tom Cruise running. He's running to, he's running from, he's running away. It's just that it's all this. It's just happening always. So
Mission
I don't
Impossible
know.
3, The Mummy.
I was gonna say, maybe we get a Mummy sequel out of this then.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think a lot of people want that, but
no one wants that. No one wants that. No.
But if Brendan Fraser came back, maybe I would go to that Mummy.
Yeah, crossover. In the Mummy
multiverse. Mummy multiverse. Is that what you're pitching me right now?
Multiverse. The Mummiverse. It's expanding. Mike, do you think that he'll be mad about this? Do you think that the fans will accept no Tom Cruise in a Mission Impossible movie? Can it be possible? Can it work?
I do wonder if he's deteriorating or if he's not interested in it. Because, if they wanted to, they could just put his brain into a robot body like they did with L. Ron Hubbard and have him out there dangling from buildings the way that he always has. And these movies are so reliable, like for a good time. Sabrina made an excellent point about like, they're not any different than any other Tom Cruise movies. Like, so I can't see anything other than maybe he doesn't want to do the stunts himself. Because I do feel like since the beginning, these movies in particular have been very much in the marketing. It's been like, oh, it's all Tom. He's doing all these crazy stunts. It's him. Look at what a badass Tom Cruise is. It would make sense now that he's 84 years old that he doesn't want to do the same bungee jumping tricks anymore.
Oh shit.
So
if he's 84, he should be impregnating a young person anytime soon. They should be having a baby next week.
Yeah.
Scientology's working
that should be happening.
Give him some time. Yeah.
So it would make sense that because my first thought had been like, oh yeah, just CG him younger, like then put his face on a stunt guy or whatever. Like, but if they thought that was an integral part of the marketing or for whatever Tom Cruise's ego, like he needed that was integral to the project for him, then that would make sense for me. That's a natural move moving on. I don't know who are they going to get though, because they've been good. They've been really reliable movies. Like, I don't know how you hang onto momentum in a 10. I mean, I guess it just turns into a Bond situation at some point, right?
That's Yeah, but do you want? It's not Bond though. I mean, it
not,
only
no.
works. I think this whole franchise only works because it's him that's been moving it forward constantly. It's like the Fast and the Furious. Like Vin Diesel was the momentum behind that. I think if he wouldn't have been wanting to do it for so long, it wouldn't have been going this long. Same as Mission Impossible. It wasn't like it didn't start off as massively successful movies, and there was big lulls in between. But then Tom would be like, "This is something I can make great." And I think that without Tom, it's not Mission Impossible. I think that's what it is.
I don't even like Tom Cruise. I take slight issue with you comparing him to Vin Diesel and comparing Mission Impossible to Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I see that. I was going to make the same comparison myself. I absolutely
Were
see
you
that.
really?
I see
100%.
it.
There we
I
go.
see it.
100%.
Oh yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
no, that's offensive.
Yep,
Like the
there we
caliber
go.
of film of Fast and the Furious to Mission Impossible is like, I mean,
But
come on.
the helicopter count is like 1 to 1. Like,
Oh, to be fair, that's true. That is true. But the franchise itself, like, I don't know. I mean,
Crazy stunts.
right, you know what? A lot of stunts, lots of shit that is, probably not possible. I guess I can give you that. I just, for some reason, I feel like Mission Impossible is grounded slightly more in reality for me personally, than the Fast and the Furious is. So maybe that's, we all know I have a slight issue with the Fast and the Furious. So maybe I'm letting my bias get in there. Okay, I will back down. Continue.
What didn't you like about
Ethan-
Ludacris being an astronaut?